Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Swish stream with Steven. I am Steven. My team is Swish Gaming. If you enjoy the content you see today, please give us a follow on YouTube at The Swish Gaming YT, Twitter The Swish Gaming, Facebook The Swish Gaming, and Twitch The Swish Gaming. As always, big shout out to Daybreak Games for allowing us to be part of the Magic the Gathering Online content creator program. Greatly appreciate that. Probably next week we'll give away some more codes for everybody. I'll go ahead and put a big note on Twitter. We're going to do a big giveaway. We've got 10 to give away because I didn't give mine away from last month. So we got a bunch to give away. So that'll be really cool. Look forward to doing that. I plan on doing it next week, I think, when I don't have to worry about travel to Madison and the tournament and all that that's coming up this weekend. So plan on that next week. And thank you, DBZ. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's remind everybody as well that we have some Twitch sub goals. Once we hit 50 of these, we're giving away an Outlaws of Thunder Junction booster box. Once we hit 75, we're giving away a From the Vault Realms. And once we hit 100, we're giving away a lightly played Tundra. So pretty cool stuff. Now today we have a pretty cool event going on. Last week, I think it was, one of the followers of our channel, one of our viewers, who also streams himself, SaltySaintNick, on Twitch, asked if I would like to do a co-stream. So we are going to do a co-stream together today. And I'm going to let Nicholas introduce himself and answer some questions that I asked him real quick before we get into the gameplay today. So Nicholas, thanks for joining me today, man.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah. Hi, I'm SaltySaintNick. I also stream at Twitch at SaltySaintNick. I don't have the questions in front of me because I have the full screen on.
All right, let me pull them back up because the reason I wrote them down was I knew I might forget. All right, so first, who obviously we know you're SaltySaintNick on Twitter. Who are you outside of Twitter in real life?
I'm just your average Joe guy. I do some computer engineering stuff for work, but like doing streaming on the side. Been enjoying Magic for I have to think I started back in like 2014. So it's been like 10 years now.
Cool.
I started back in high school with a buddy of mine, introduced me to the game, and been playing ever since. So thank you so much for sinking me into cardboard crack, as we call it.
Yeah, exactly. What are some of your favorite archetypes? What do you like to play?
I'm very much a mid-range kind of player, like Old John, pretty be heavy into like the red based control decks are pretty fun for me. Have a good time with Murktide here and there.
Okay.
But I would say definitely mid range and some aggro are definitely my top picks.
Okay, very cool. What are some of your favorite accomplishments, either in Magic or outside of Magic or whatever? But what are some of the favorite things that you've done?
I would say probably some of my favorite things was having the great pleasure of working together on some of the instrumental building blocks for the standard Pia deck that was created back in the summer of last year.
Okay.
Had a lot of fun doing that. Collabed with Doomwake, Todd Anderson. We all kind of worked on the archetype a bit after I donated the deck, and I played against, I believe, Dak Faden was the first person I played against, and then I kind of took the reins and started really working on and iterating the archetype over a few months, and it was really fun to see it grow. And then there was that big showcase that happened, I think it was in June of that year, that someone went completely undefeated through a Pioneer Showcase challenge with the archetype, and that was definitely one of my big crowning achievements for Magic. was seeing someone be able to pilot the deck to a perfect 12-0.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I remember after that showcase, I started playing it on stream quite a bit too. I thought it was a pretty fun deck, and I took it to one of the NRGs actually. I played it at the team event that I played with Raja Suleiman and Piper Powell. I was the pioneer seat for that event, and I played.
Nice.
Yeah, and I played Pia, and it was quite good. I think my only loss on the day was to Theo Jung, playing Racksack, and it was still pretty close.
Yeah, Racksack was definitely, when I remember playing it, one of the harder matchups.
One of the harder matchups, and obviously Theo is definitely one of the better players in the room at any given time too. So definitely not a loss I was super ashamed of by any means. Yeah, so that's really cool, man. You already answered where to find you. You said SaltySaintNick is your Twitch, right?
As well as my Twitter.
As well as your Twitter. Okay, cool. So that's where anyone who wants to check out Saint Nick stuff, you can go find it there. All right, last question. People have kind of gotten an idea of what my answer would be already from various streams in the past couple weeks. But if you're Wizards, what gets the axe next Monday?
Well, judging primarily on just pure overall like community data, definitely Nadu. Nadu has been a headache across the board. It's less of a problem online just because of the pure complexity sometimes with the gameplay of the deck, but
Yep.
definitely seeing the Pro Tour and having to have both a judge and the player go through the conveyor belt to be able to execute the combo, on top of the fact that it's like, all right, we're going through executing the infinite combo. All right, now we're going to Odorumbus Seiju all of your stuff. And it's like, even when it was streamlined and shortcutted, it still required 2 people and about like 10-15 minutes on camera to get done. Like, it's just like a nightmare.
Yeah.
To ever execute in paper and like do any kind of commentary on. So I would definitely see Nadu getting hit.
Okay.
Besides Nadu, I'm not entirely sure what else in Modern could potentially get banned or unbanned at this current point in time.
Sure.
I know people always kind of go through the correlation of like, oh, we should like restrict the One Ring, but it's kind of just is what it is. I feel like the card kind of just goes through like ebbs and flows of like how good it is and how bad it is, and it's kind of like a checks and balance kind of thing. So
yep.
For Pioneer, please, Wizards of the Coast, I am sick and tired of having Amalia sit in front of every aggro deck known to man. I am very sick of trying to queue up any kind of creature deck, and if I don't have enough instant speed removal to deal with Amalia like 5 times, like I lose the game.
Yep.
And it's just like so obnoxious. I've also crashed the client once because I played Prowess versus it, and we drew twice, and it just kind of locked me and my opponent inside of an infinite loop of trying to regenerate the game.
Yeah, we had a 5-game match on stream against Amalia last week. Actually, I was playing a red Prowess style deck. It was the Thud deck that Hamuda top 8'd one of the challenges with. But yeah, that was really miserable. The match took forever.
Yeah, I didn't time it, but I'm pretty sure the engine attempting to recreate the game state took 15 to 20 minutes each time it did it. So
it's so bad, man.
Yeah, but definitely, I think either Molly or Wild Growth Walker needs to get taken out. I could see either one being done just because of the fact that, like, unlike Modern, where like it has like a bunch of different pieces I can combo with it, like it's basically a Molly or Wild Growth Walker. Once that gets taken out of the equation, like the deck doesn't function the same way anymore. So if one of those gets taken out, I'll be happy, because I know people like playing with Amalia for like life gain stuff on the side. So like, cool, you can keep the card, but one of those 2 cards needs to go. And then addressing other stuff, Treasure Cruise, because I cannot mention the amount of times, either on stream or when playing on my own time trying to test decks, that I have Phoenix on the rope, and then they top deck Treasure Cruise into the back nuts, and then just proceed to win the game from that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so hard for most other archetypes to come back into the game. Like Pioneer is very much like you're kind of like have to keep on pace to really keep things going. But Phoenix having Treasure Cruise basically always be online game one always makes it so they have like this comeback feature that they could just like come straight back into the game and then just run you over from a behind position a lot of the time. So definitely Treasure Cruise, and then I know some people were talking about like the power of vampires of like Sorin Bane Ripper. So I understand the great amount of frustration that Sorin brings to the table, just kind of having this kind of combo element to Rakdos mid range in a way. As kind of Doomwake put it, it's like the top like 3 or 4 decks are all kind of combo decks.
Yep.
Essentially, because it's just like Vampires has the I turn 3, put Vane Ripper into play, deal with it, or you're gonna lose the game in 2 turns.
Yep.
And then Phoenix being able to bring back a bunch of Phoenixes and then Treasure Cruise you like 2-3 times you out of the game. Amalia Infinite Life hitting you with Vapor Flux or just doming you for 21.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to really build decks in the format, but like these 4 Titans kind of sit at the top because I'll do this like inherent broken thing that's like really hard to deal with.
Yep.
So I can definitely agree with an argument to ban Sorin on the grounds of let's not allow our mid-range deck to just slap in a 6-drop that has evasion and a built-in protection that a lot of decks can't necessarily deal with and can be interacted with on the stack. It's just the formula for a bad time all around. And then I would say probably the last thing I would also like to see from Pioneer Go is I really despise the gameplay of Lotus Field combo. Inherently, the deck is very much a solitaire kind of deck, where the moment the combo gets executed, you're kind of just sitting there waiting for your opponent to go through the motions. And there's always a point in time that it becomes inevitable, but you have to wait for the point in time that it becomes inevitable, because they can always brick, and you don't know until like they resolve like 10 card draw effects.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe I drew like 5 lands and then like 6 non-relevant spells.
Yep.
And like there's no deck in the format outside of like Thoughtseize and inherent counterspell decks that will have any game against Lotus Field combo unless they're really fast and really aggressive, because they can win pretty consistently turn 3, 4, 5, like in that range.
Sure. Yep.
And like they just have efficient removal for all the hate pieces and Seiju, Odawara, not to mention like a sideboard plan of just like I'm gonna temporarily lock down all of your stuff and then resolve these huge creatures that you're not gonna be able to deal with. Yep. So it just kind of puts a stopgap on like so much stuff that could be iterated on in the format, and it's just like, all right, so the decks that can keep it in tabs is anything that plays Thoughtseize and counterspells or aggro decks. Just seems like a formula for a bad time, because it's just like not a very hard to interact with combo deck. And then I'll leave last note on also Nykthos.
Yep.
I am so sick of mono green.
DBZ.
Literally comboing off turn 3 or 4 through you Thoughtseizing, just killing their elves, and then dealing with their ley lines. Like, across the board.
Yep.
So many games are just like, you're like tooth and nail fighting to get there, and then they chain 3 Nykthoses together and you lost the game. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm so glad that my Damping Sphere got Besaged, or that they just went ahead and it's like, all right, I can't interact with it on the stack. The moment that the land enters the battlefield, they get to float the mana, so can't Field of Ruin, Besage it, or anything else. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great list, man. Everything you mentioned actually has been on my list too. I've told people I think Lotus Field should probably go as well. I think it's really toxic. It really is a heavy gatekeeping kind of deck that doesn't really allow for a lot of brewing because you have to either play hand hate counter magic like you said or be hyper aggressive, and there's not really, if you're playing like a white mid range deck or whatever, you like auto have to put 4 damping spheres in your sideboard and you're still probably going to lose to the deck anyway. Um, and then I think Fable should probably go too. I think Fable has had its time in the
Yeah,
sun. I would like to see that one go, but that's the only difference between my list and yours. So we're on the same page. We'll see what they end up doing. All right, everybody. I'm gonna real quick have Nick talk about this deck that we kind of brewed up. He can answer some of your questions. I see that Igloo Boy hates our mana base. Also upset that there's no demonic ruckus. So why don't you talk about some of the card selections here, Nick, and why we're playing this deck today, and then we'll get into some gameplay. And while he's doing that, I'll set up a gamble for everybody.
yeah. So essentially, the main things to keep in mind with this deck is that we were trying to going through like a few different iterations of decks, but we kind of came back to this because like in Pioneer, like Pia really lends itself into playing these kind of like a lean, mean, aggressive decks where you're trying to capitalize on having the capabilities of Ren's Resolve and questing Druid, putting a bunch of cards into exile and being able to cast as many of them as you can, chain them together so you can make as many Thopters as possible. And while we're using these effects to make Thopters, we're also using them to cast like cheap spells, like either our early threats like Heartfire Hero and Monastery Swift Spear, or casting our shocks, monstrous rages to kind of push through damage and win in creature combat so we can close the game as quickly as possible. Um, so we kind of tried to build this deck in a way that we can lend itself to like making Pia like a viable threat as like a kind of plan B access where we have the creature side to help us generate some extra bodies when we're not necessarily having a lot of creatures on board, but also playing cards that make sense in like this kind of prowess shell. So you'll see that we're playing Slick Flex Show Off. So this card has like been kind of the staple ever since OTJ came out for like prowess shells, and it's really like the main bridge in the archetype, that and Emberheart Challenger, because when you plot a card, you are casting it from exile, so you get to trigger Pia, so you can put into exile, play Pia, cast it from exile for free, and then continue with your turn, being able to work it from there. Emberheart Challenger on the other side is a newer card that whenever you target it with a spell or ability for the first time each turn, you get to exile the top card and use that for the rest of that turn. It's really nice because it's another prowess body that has haste, and it's also nice because it gives you cards in exile that you can use with Pia, either pre or post combat. Sometimes it depends on when you're casting the spells to trigger its effect, but it's nice in that regard to kind of help you churn through your deck some more and help you continue chaining those spells. And then we're also playing two of the two-headed giant because the double strike is really strong with Slick Shot Show Off, but it's also really good with the other prowess creatures that we're playing, just because Heartfire Hero and Emberheart Challenger like being targeted, so giving them double strike when they have like a monstrous rage on them, you just get this really big double strike trample creature, and it's like, here's Embercleave at home, but Embercleave at home is still good, so can't be super upset about that. Mana base, it kind of falls into the range of like we're playing like a primarily Boros deck, so we're playing Battlefield Forge, Inspiring Vantage. I know everyone hates Thran Portal. Me and me and Steven were also talking about it. We're just like, Thran Portal is awful, but sometimes you gotta play it.
Yeah,
So,
Kebby,
and
I'm glad
then
you like this one, pal.
and then sideboard. we're playing Crumb and Get It. It's in my opinion like a better version of like Lauren's Escape. It's really nice to be able to push damage because unlike Lauren's Escape, it's able to pump the creature regardless. You don't get the scribe, but being able to pump the creature when you're also giving it indestructible if you give a food is like super relevant because you're just able to push the damage while also avoiding the destruction based removal. There is some exile based removal, so there could be some debate on whether it should be Lauren's Escape since that gives hexproof and indestructible. But we decided to opt for Crumb and Get It just because it's a pump spell as well as a protection spell. Uh, Two more copies of Get Lost in the sideboard just because right now standard is very enchantment heavy. There's so many enchantments going around from Caretaker's Talent, the other talents, it being able to hit planeswalkers sometimes comes up, but not very often since Wandering Emperor's kind of rotated out, and that was like one of the primary planeswalkers I was seeing play for the most part. So, but it being able to hit a wide range of threats as well as being able to really help us answer those obnoxious permanents in an efficient manner is like very very key to this deck. We're playing one Heartflame Duelist just for like the kind of like aggro mirrors. It's like it's both a damage spell, but it can also convert all of our damage based spells, like our Lightning Helixes and Shocks, into more ways to gain life. So we were trying it as like a one of just because like it's an adventure creature, so we can trigger Pia with it, but it's also like an okay body for aggro. A braid just because the one thing that came up when we were discussing this deck is that a lot of the white based decks are playing Get Lost, but there is still an amount of artifacts like Urbrask Forge that can kind of run away with the game. So being able to answer those with a braid is like kind of key in those kind of grindy matchups where Forge can get really big. So we have that. Lightning Helix, again, another aggro breaker, getting us some life back when we need it. Case for the grindy matchups where we're getting like locked down and Sunfall and all that to kind of help us get back into the game. Same thing with Forge. Forge is our way to dodge sweepers and then questing Druid for some more card selection. And yeah,
All right,
that's the deck.
awesome. Thanks a lot for that, Nick, for going through that with us. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna play today, everybody. We're gonna hop right into gameplay. I know we've taken a little longer than normal to get started, but I wanted to introduce our guest. And I know that this deck's probably not. It's definitely gonna be faster than mono white. I'll tell you that much. So I cannot imagine we'll even probably go to 4 o'clock in the league here. I bet we'll probably be done around 3:30 is my guess. But anyway, let's hop into gameplay here, and we'll see how this deck plays. And yeah, I'm glad that we're doing something different, Parman. That's funny. Yeah, Caretakers is a fun one. A lot of people are trying it out now. Alrighty. Don't start. Why are we not starting, Igloo Boy? I think we want to start. I think people are tired of waiting. Oh, please fix mana. Fix the mana. Okay. What do you advise we do, Chris? I'm fine with changing the mana. What do you want to do? I didn't see redeemed play points. What do you want? Until his Canes gets there? He said he's getting it for dinner, not lunch, Derek.
Some Canes is good at any point in time.
Canes is, yeah. We don't have those in Michigan, so it's a bit of a downside. But we do have good food, so I'm not complaining. But Canes is one thing we do not have.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We had it.
Well, we have 10.
Where I was.
We have 10, Chris. First of all, but we could do more. I imagine Portal is going to name white a lot of the time. Sometimes it won't, but usually it will.
We also have to remember this is standard, so we're gonna have to be constrained a little.
Yeah,
we
can't really play tap lands. I probably will, Igloo Boy. It's probably going to happen. Thank God for Lightning Helix, am I right? That'll gain us the life back. Permanent 21 copies of Loran. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing 3 Loran and white, so I get it. I have 2 main and a third in the board, but Chris, you gotta tell me what lands to add, man. I don't have a better answer. I really don't. We can play tap lands in our aggro deck. That seems horrendous. I really don't want to do that. Or we could add more Thran portals instead of mountains. I'm down. We can do that, but should Gorge be Thicket? No, because we're literally, I mean, this is mono red splashing a couple cards, if we're being honest. So the red mana is really, really important. We do not want Thicket over Gorge. All right, we'll play one more portal. I'm fine with that. There's a world where we could play 21 lands too. I don't think that would be crazy, but all right, we'll do this. Let's do this. Let's hop in. Let's play some Magic. Here we go. It's been 25 minutes. Sorry to anyone who's tuning in for the video who who had to sit through 25 minutes of non-gameplay, but maybe I'll put a little note that you can timestamp to 25 minutes if you just want to watch the gameplay, I guess. But oh, and where's the Ruckus? I mean, we could obviously play Ruckus. Ruckus would be good.
Out the room.
It could definitely see Ruckus. There's no way we don't play Ruckus. Well, if it makes you feel better, Ruckus is always the card I board out when I'm playing a Ruckus deck, so.
Yeah, that's kind of, it's a similar thing for me. I think every time that I do a similar thing with Audacity, almost every time that I board out a card, it's usually Audacity that gets boarded out.
And you might be right, Kebby. Let me check. I didn't even realize I had joined a league already. Yep, good catch. Good catch, Kebby. Good catch.
Yeah, I don't want to get locked in with those cards.
Yeah, that would be awful. Only playing 2 Thran Portal? Terrible. Derek! Derek, stop it. Stop it, Derek. We're not waiting anymore. There's no more waiting. We're playing.
We gotta go.
We are playing Magic. Please, Igloo Boy. Sorry, buddy. Not this league. Hold up, Derek. We're not holding up. The gameplay is starting at 28 minutes into the stream. We are starting gameplay. Logan, everybody, this is so ridiculous.
Oh my god.
They do, Parman, yes. So if you enter a league ever and have not queued into a match, you can drop it and you get everything back. So yeah, that's good. All right. Well, this hand blows. I think we're gonna mull this. It's too bad. Our mana looks so good. We have a bunch of removal, but we need threats. So all right. Well, this hand is great. We don't have white mana, but who cares? I think I'm gonna get rid of 1 Monstrous Rage here.
Yeah, I agree with that call. I hope you draw 2 Pias.
That's disgusting. Wait, I have to do something and don't want to miss anything. Sorry, Kevy.
There's a VOD.
Yeah, there is a VOD. That's true. I will be uploading it hopefully before Madison. I'll get all the weekly VOD. I haven't uploaded any of this week's VODs yet, but I can probably start doing that tonight. But yeah, this hand looks pretty good, honestly. Other than not having white mana, but right now we don't even care. So
right.
Loran is the new Bitcoin, Parman. Yeah, Igloo Boy, we only have 2 questing druids in the main, man. I don't know what you want, dude. I don't know what you want. You just can't agree with any card choices. You think that we need to add 6 cards? Tell me what 6 cards you'd cut.
I can barely watch your live streams, and I don't want to suffer twice to watch a video.
That's fair, Kevy. I don't know what to tell you, man. I appreciate that you're here either way.
Is Forge $10?
Wow.
Wait,
I did not know that.
Herb Brass. Isn't that expensive?
I wouldn't be shocked. It's in every red deck, so would not be stunned.
Don't ask him for anything involving prices of cards. Fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
I mean, if it's any consolation, I can't keep track of prices that well either.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Alright, it says here market price on TCG Player is $12.83 for the normal.
Wow.
Foil is $10. See, Kibby, you got stonks.
Okay, that was a pretty good draw. I'm just going to go Swift Spear and Rage one of them.
Yeah. I always find that raging when the removal decks don't have mana open is the best way to convert damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here too. Quite a bit of damage. Get in for 7, put them to 9. I'll tell you what, red is really good in this format. I've been really impressed with the red decks.
Yeah, I feel like one of the things that's also really nice about the deck overall is like it got a pretty big buff because Path of Peril is no longer legal.
Yep.
That was definitely like one of the big upsides for that. So in this case, I think the best play is doing Questing Drew before playing the land in case we hit a land.
That makes
off of
sense.
it.
Yeah, Seek the Beast, and then we shock them down to 2.
Yeah, then we can see like potentially we have another one drop red spell.
Yeah, or we hit another thing we can play. Yeah, definitely. All right, that was pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna shock face here and put them to 2.
Yeah. Is the nature of Questing Druid, will you get only 2 drops, or will you hit the nuts?
Yep.
This is also the reason why we were kind of talking about it towards the beginning. Like, if we cut Ren's Resolve versus Questing Druid, this is my main reason why.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Yeah, it may have been better here to just like be patient. We could have gone just land, shock you, put them to 3, and then we could have druided on our opponent's turn to avoid this happening. Then we would have been able to potentially play both those cards. But all right, well that was a pretty good draw. I'm just gonna play this and pass.
Yeah, and they're pretty stuck on being able to do anything with these Broncos since they're
yeah, the Broncos are definitely awkward. They're gonna Edict with Liliana. We'll sack the Swift Spear, and then hopefully we get to cast this, get a Thopter, and just kill them with the Thopter, maybe. So
yeah,
that's kind of where we're at right now. Look what I made Casey do. What did I make Casey do? Bezos are 50. Are you serious? Bezos are $50? Oh my goodness. I didn't mean it. Tell him I didn't mean it. I'll tell him I'm sorry. The good news is I am paying for our team for that event, so at least I'm kind of making up for it a little bit. You know, I'm spending $50 on Casey, and he's spending $200 on me. But he gets to keep the cards. So who's the real winner? I'll try to keep upping the price, so it was a profitable decision for him, I guess.
I know the ticket price went up a bit. That's like probably the most expensive card in the set.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 2 mana.
Sure. That doesn't do a lot here.
Okay.
They literally can't even level it up. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, they also can't even saddle the Bronco because it gets the counter post-combat.
Uh-huh.
All right, little Thopter.
Yep, Thopter. The Thopter that could.
Also, the fact that once this Thopter connects, they won't be able to tap
For
Lenoir
double
Waste
green
for
anymore. Yeah.
yeah. Those lands are off colored mana for the rest of the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Fable Passage. So we can get a
Officer,
second green source.
what is oh? Does that mean my mic is messed up? One moment, everybody. That is hilarious. They also can't draw cards with Nebraska. That's so good.
Yeah, let's go. That was the. That's pretty hilarious.
It's
Not
very
gonna
funny.
lie.
All right, they're dead. We did it.
We did it.
Get lost, Bronco.
I was really hoping he would come back and be a chump That's fair.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to disappoint you, but
Alvin has left the building permanently. Sorry.
alrighty. Well, we got game one. That's nice.
Well, I could definitely say that will potentially be the highlight of the league so far, having their 6 mana planeswalker come in and turn a 1/1 into a treasure.
Yeah, minus turn 1/1 token into treasure. So stupid. Oh man. All right, I think we want more druids. I think we want the cases for sure.
Yeah.
Probably want more get losts.
I could also see an argument for bringing in Crumb and Get It, just invalidate their go for the throats and cut downs.
Yeah. Yep.
For cards coming out, I'm pretty sure that if we're bringing in all this extra card advantage, we probably trim on some number of some of the other cards. I can see potentially two-headed hunter
Yeah, I
coming
don't think we're
out
trying
just
to
because
do that versus the stack. That makes sense.
yeah. And then sometimes in these kinds of cases, I usually like trimming. If we're bringing in Questing Druid and we have Rend Resolve and Case of the Crimson Pulse, we might be churning a little too much. So I can see maybe trimming like a Rend Resolve to potentially like not have us like oversaturated with 2 mana plays that end up causing us to just do nothing but spin our wheels for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Could also shave on shocks, because I would imagine that Bronco probably gets cut.
Yeah, I'd
Which is the
imagine
real reason
Bronco
for
gets
shock.
cut.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna shave on shocks, I think. Let's do this.
Yeah, and we can always come back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first run through with the deck anyway, so it's bound to get some hiccups here and there.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be Alvin, dude. Mostly because who knows the names of the other ones? Certainly not me. I think one of them's Simon, right? Is that the blue one?
It's like Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Yeah, there it is, Theodore. It's the little green one. Probably gonna Heartfire Hero here.
Yeah, Theodore.
I guess that's a reason to leave Shock in, huh? I forgot about Deep Cavern Bat. Silly me.
Well, we win some, we lose some, and we get that.
What up, Moondrius? Yeah. Theodore is the based one, yeah.
Alvin's the reason why half the time you have to take your headphones off because otherwise you're your ears will get destroyed.
True. Very true. Very true. Okay.
Oh, they took Pia. That's interesting.
Pretty wild because we have a pretty good turn here. I'm just gonna hold the portal because we can just name green potentially.
Yeah.
Our mana's quite good. I think we just go Swift Spear, attack both, and then rage up the hero. I mean,
yeah, no reason to not do
here.
that. I also don't think usually that green black mid range plays Anoint with Affliction. So whenever
Not
they
typically.
whenever they try and kill this hero, they're going to be taking a chunk of damage.
What on earth? They're blocking the hero?
I guess.
Okay,
The
I
only
would
reason
say
I can
that makes zero
no,
sense. Save 1 point of damage and give us our Pia back. I mean, it might signal that they have the 3-mana sweeper in their hand, but even if they have the 3-mana sweeper there, you may as well just not block and attack and then do it just to...
Okay. Dread Knight is annoying.
Well, that was a good draw.
Not... Yeah.
Do this just so
now we can just...
untapped.
Yeah. Alright, little forest that will not be tapped for majority of the game.
Not getting tapped for a very long time, probably. Just I'm gonna hard cast the show off, I think.
Yeah, I think we can also do an interesting maneuver here where we don't attack with show off and just prevent the Deep Cavern Bat from being able to attack and getting them life back.
Yeah.
Because the problem that we have right now is that with Mosswood on the table right now, like we're not able to swing with any of our ground creatures, and every time that we swing with Slickshot, we're just going net neutral, and they're just dealing us one.
The concern with leaving it back though is if they have a kill spell, they know our hand is 2 lands, so they would just kill it and then attack. And I think this is the best threat for them to kill anyway.
That's also fair.
So I think I just want to still get in. Because we know they have 5 spells in their hand. They just missed land 3. So I think I am still going to attack because I assume that they will have a kill spell.
That's fair. Okay, they hit land 3 now.
Yeah.
The one card that I'm pretty scared with them casting would probably be Innkeeper's Talent here.
Yeah.
Just because that Deep Cavern Bat being able to get bigger and start gaining them more life could end up being a problem down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, not great. Not great. I don't even think we need to play the other Thran Portal. We could, but I'd probably rather just play the other 2 lands, to be honest.
Yeah, so we can always just hold it. Yeah, we can just always hold it in hand also, because we could just discard it to Liliana.
Liliana, yeah, Case. Alright, well, I'm going to attack with the show off.
Does Black still have a 3-mana sweeper?
They do. I think it's Path, right? Or is it not Path anymore?
Path is a Vow.
Oh, okay. So the 3-mana one they have now then is the neg2 exile spell, or sometimes they play one that, like, I forget the name of it, but I think it either...
It's like choking miasma?
Choking miasma, yep, that's the one. That is the one. They know about this one, so I'm going to play this one. Deck needs more Beza. Yeah, both decks need more Beza, I agree. Our opponent's deck needs more Beza. Okay, Glissa, yep.
Glissa's not even...
Man, dude. This draw's been rough.
God.
Alright, well, I'm going to play this, and I'm still going to get in for 1. I guess Glissa is not, like, the end of the world. Because
no, it's still dealing them damage.
We just let it hit, yeah.
Like, even if they're drawing a card, like, they have to swing with a Deep Cavern Bat to net them no life loss. Okay, now they're getting in with the bat.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Children,
All right. We need a real
yeah.
draw deck. Okay, that was a real draw. It was definitely a real draw. So let's see. If we attacked all, Glissa would go here, I assume. Shieldred goes here.
Slickshot can get in for 6. So
Rage
we kind of
trades with
have.
Shieldred as well, so we could if they did put Shieldred on the Swift Spear, we could trade, which is interesting.
I can understand that sentiment for Bruce Tarl, but Bruce Tarl is bad. That card is so bad.
It's awesome. That's the one that like is a 3/3 for 4, right? And like exiles a card and
It's a 4/3 for
yeah,
4. ETB or attack, exile the top card. If it's a land, you get an Ox, and Ox have double strike.
sure, yeah.
But like it has to attack. And don't you speak that way about my boy Bruce. Hey,
Taylor.
I'm just speaking the truth over here. I'm sorry. It makes fucking oxes.
Amen. It does indeed.
Going straight into Ox Tribal. Can't wait for my 06 from Kaldheim to have double strike.
Okay, DBZ, that does blow my mind. Rings are $200. My goodness. To be fair, that's got to be like an EDH staple too, right? Like I'm sure every EDH deck wants the One Ring.
Yeah, I totally get that, Derek. That is definitely a reason why. Like it's better than some of the other stuff. Okay, so they're not even giving us the option.
Well, that's fine. This Heartfire hero has become very dangerous.
Yeah.
Now it's a 5/5.
We have 6/4 now. We trample over for 4 and then hit them for 7.
Yeah.
But we do run into the problem that
they're a problem.
Yeah, because now they're going to be able to draw a card off Galissa, draw a card off Dread Knight.
Yeah, we need our Ren's Resolve type of cards to win this game for sure. But I mean, we have so much mana that if we do draw them, we're just chaining off. So
yeah.
And we have 10 of them. We have 4 Rens, 4 Druids, and 2 Case, all of which would just be insanely good. So
yeah. We can finally toss this stupid Thran portal into the dust. That'll be great.
If everyone plays Bruce Tarl in every deck, we can make it a $200 card too. I don't know about that.
Simple economics.
Ponkless, yeah, appreciate it, man. Oh, that's okay. That's scary. Oh, they did leave in Bronco. All right, well, Shock is definitely coming back.
Yeah.
I bet they leave the bat back. Probably would make sense. I don't think they want to attack.
Yeah, since it outsizes Slickshot now.
Yeah, because if they attack with it, they risk just literally dying to spells.
I can see them potentially swinging, either drawing a card or swinging
removing the counters from the hero. Would make sense, I guess, too. Yeah, it's probably best to remove counters from the hero, actually.
You ever tried Bruce Tarl in Legacy? Oxes give me nightmares.
Fair enough.
I feel like there's a lot more things in Legacy to worry about than a 4-drop that makes Oxes some of the times.
Yeah.
Like you can play 4 mana and have a free source of extra game actions from initiative.
All right,
I feel like that's pretty good.
We did it. Now here's the question. Do we want to play this land, or do we just discard it in case we draw another untapped land?
I would say probably discard it
I think
in the case
too.
that we can have the upside, because like
so too.
Unless chain more spells that way.
I think I'm going to tap the forest because we're never hard casting a druid on this turn anyway.
No. So we're going down to 6.
We are. We sure are.
Maybe we can hit.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Two resolves.
Uh-huh. Let's go! Let's go!
We did it! Yeah.
Woo!
Goodbye, Bet.
See you later, Bat. Let's
Good
go.
old Batman.
Oh, man, that's great. That is great. The rage is really funny, too, because that was also going to kill them, but...
Yeah.
Oh,
He just...
man, dude.
What a funny time.
You gotta
See,
love
we didn't have to worry about boarding back in the shock.
Yeah, who needs 4? You'll just hit one of the 2 on your 10 card draw effects. It's fine. All right. Yeah. Well, that was a nice little start for us.
Always happy to play a new deck, freshly brewed, beat a meta deck in the first match.
Buying every copy of Bruce Tarl at 10 cents a pop. All right, I respect it. Sometimes you gotta spec, you know.
Keep it in your basement. Wait to open up shop. Didn't people do that with Shuko?
They might have. That would have made sense. Shuko would have been a very, truly good investment.
I remember on the reveal stream for Doom that I think they checked and the going price before like Nadu started going off was like $5, I think.
Oh wow. Well, a lightning helix in the opener is going to be good against mono red, which is what it looks like we might be playing against here.
Gotta love it.
What I love is that we have 5 lightning helixes post board. It's just randomly 5 helixes for the red mirrors. Yep, you got an opponent.
See, what they didn't know is that we dealt the damage with Heartfire Hero either way.
Ooh, never mind. Okay. They're playing mono red with Fountain Port. That's interesting. I'm just gonna helix that immediately. Not gonna let them do any nonsense.
No reason to give them any additional cards. Yeah. You want to know the one thing that I completely missed when I was reading through with the set was that Slickshot show off is in fact a bird.
It is.
So the bird payoff cards also work with Slickshot.
That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna plot this, and we're just gonna try and be patient. I think with when we put that thing into play. Okay, they definitely have a shock.
Oh.
Fountain Port with Forge is actually awesome. Make token, sack token, draw a card every turn. That is really, really neat.
Can I have your potato?
What's happening?
Else?
No.
I need lunch, baby.
Fine.
Here, how about you take a bite? Did you eat it? Did you eat it at all?
I don't know.
Have a little bit of mine.
I don't know, Moondrius. It ain't me,
Sorry.
man. It ain't me.
Bubby, you're a butt. Go to mommy. We'll apologize.
Yeah, I think I will. Alright. I've muted for a sec. Nick, go ahead and just message me on Discord when, Oh, you're good. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright.
That, our dog was, eyeing the other baked potato that was laying unprotected.
I see. Okay, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm going to resolve here.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to play Slick Shot into a removal spell at the moment. Okay,
Okay.
those are both nice hits. So I'm just gonna Seek the Beast on their turn, I think.
Yeah. And we'll just have a critical bass of a bunch of spells to chain off with a Slick Shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I would like to know your opinion, because Todd talked about it a little bit when OTG came off. Do you ever get annoyed with the fact that like the plotted cards keep on going in between like the exile zone and then back to being like it was put into exile?
That's funny.
Back to the exile.
I don't get annoyed by it, but I definitely notice it, and it's weird.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, cool little combo. I was when I saw these two in play, I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Pretty neat little synergy they got going on there. All right, Seek it.
Seeking. The other card that's also pretty funny with all the stuff that's going on is the Cabal that was in OTJ
Sure.
makes permanent copy versions of all the Brass Forge tokens that your opponent makes.
That's funny. All right, so the question is here.
What are we chaining together?
Yeah, the real question is, do I play the show off into the removal spell that they probably have?
I feel like we're kind of pressured into doing so because like we're gonna be casting a bunch of spells
Yeah.
anyways, and the longer the Slick Shot staying in exile, like we're not pressuring them and their Brass Forge is gonna be on 3.
Yeah. Forge will just kill us. All right, let's do this. Yeah.
We hit
Okay.
a make sure to double check by highlighting because for whatever reason MTGO doesn't tell
Sure.
you which copper line is exiled to which.
Can be played
Okay,
until the
so
end of
that
your next turn. Yeah, so we
so
probably want
that
to play this
one.
one.
Yeah, and then we can go
Play hero.
and then we can just hold shock up.
Yep.
Oh, you want to
Yep.
attack the
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. There we go. Alrighty.
Good. And then we can just hold up shock for their forge token if we want.
And Kebby, I'm gonna guess $2. Wow, what a ripoff. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
How much were they?
Too much. Too much. Well, that's rude.
10 cents a pop. What the heck?
Most of it is shipping. Fair. Again, I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly think I'm just going to hold the shock to cast after the druid is in play.
Yeah, that's
Because if
fair.
I shock this, they just draw a card. I mean, they're going to do exactly what they're going to do anyway. It would save us 3 damage, but I think getting a counter is probably better.
Yeah, because the moment we can start sizing up the druid, it'll be.
Yeah, that's
good.
the hope, is that we can get it out of range. Okay.
Another shock isn't terrible.
It's definitely not the worst, yeah. Not the worst.
This card will be at worth 16 next month. All right.
All
holding you-
right. All right. I
I'm
think
holding you-
honestly, I'm just gonna play an untap land here so I can leave up shock you, in case they have shock on themselves here, and then I can go shock in response. I don't think we need a land at this point, like at all.
No. We don't need a second green source. The one's all we really need.
Yeah, shock you, shock you.
If you're donating money, I will happily accept. Is Kevy becoming the magic sugar daddy?
I guess, man. All right, Challenger's a pretty sweet one with the veil.
Yeah, we can also use the village on it to get a card off of it also.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Foundry.
Yeah, I'm not blocking.
Yeah, we got a Helix.
Yeah,
We can.
I feel still pretty okay about where we're at, so.
Yeah, they also only have 2 cards in hand, and if
Yeah.
they're gonna put a monstrous rage on neither of these 2 cards,
Yeah.
good on them.
Yep. Just gonna sack their token for a card again, probably, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ooh.
Ooh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's play this. Yeah, this is fine.
And now we also have a bunch of. Now we have a lot of pressure.
Ton of
'cause this will
pressure.
be. We'll be able to swing in for. Gonna assume it's gonna be. So Druid's gonna go up to upwards of 7 at a minimum. And then we make 2 flyers, so we're swinging in for a minimum 8, 10. We can potentially kill them here.
Yeah, if they don't have shock, are they dead? Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, because you'll hit for 10 with just the 2 creatures, and then.
I'm fine with making them have it. Because even if they have it, I think we're in good shape.
Right, because we'll be at 12 also.
It would also be their third copy. It just doesn't seem super likely.
Yeah. Right. Yep. And this is exactly 12.
So good, man. Let's go. Nice Urbrask forge, dude.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. So good. So good, man.
This is that point in time in the video where you put the little razzle dazzle. It's like,
Yeah.
ha-ha!
Alright, well, let's go to our 5 helixes. The abrades seem good as well.
Yeah, since it.
Like more druids.
Are you sure you want more druids?
I think so, yeah. I think I kind of want to be a control deck.
Stop making Dykeman happy. It's uncomfortable. What, you want me to berate him?
So stupid, dude. Alright, I don't really like Get Lost, actually. I think we have a lot of better than Get Lost.
It also makes their creatures bigger, which we don't really want.
Typically on the draw, I board out Rage in these red mirrors, but...
Well, I mean, from what I saw from their deck, it doesn't seem like they have too many blockers.
Yeah, Shock and Lightning Strike, they have a lot of removal, and I kind of just want to control the board. I feel like we easily win the long game with our deck.
You need me to break Bruce Tarl so my investment is bulletproof? Alright, I'll have to see what I can do.
That's just... Kevy, I'm sorry, it's probably not going to happen. There's this card called Beza, which is just always better than Bruce Tarl. I'm sorry to tell you, but...
Just tell him how all of his plays are bad, he's bad, and he should feel bad. Well, I think by repeating that, I did in fact say all those things to him.
Well, there you go. There you go. It's
mission accomplished.
Alright, let's try this.
Oxes greater than Beza. But the problem is that with Beza, you get to say, I cast Jeffrey Beza.
Exactly. And you get to talk about fish.
This is true.
This hand is really close.
I am unsatisfied.
got a removal spell. It's got a draw 2. It's got a utility land.
But no pressure.
I think no pressure is probably fine because we're trying to play a longer game, but it really comes down to do we think of 5 land? Like, can we do? I guess what is a better hand would be 3 lands, one of these effects, a removal spell, and then anything else.
Dykeman's next NRG token's gonna be fish.
It will be. It actually will be. There's no question it will be fish. It would absolutely be fish because of Beza and Fountain Port making fish.
Yeah. Fountain Port is like probably one of the craziest colorless utility lands I've seen in a long time.
It's so good, man. All right, I'm gonna mull this, but I do think it was close. Uh-oh. All right. Well, we're gonna keep. I'm gonna bottom a Pia.
Yeah. Ana mana goodbye Pia.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's
See, but
here's that mana base situation that Chris was talking about. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, we hit the battlefield forge.
Now we're
White
talking.
mana is unlocked.
We are talking.
This Fire Claw is gonna be
Yeah, brutal.
Oh yeah. I was looking at cards the other night after we were kind of talking about that like Brayla deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Charmed Scoundrel was like a 2-drop that makes either a Wicked Roll or an artifact for Gleeful.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that seemed like a pretty cool avenue to potentially look at for that.
I think I just play
That kind
Ren's
of-
Resolve here. Battlefield Forge, Ren's Resolve, and that way if we hit a land next turn we get to play Pia, have priority play land, and then we would have Monstrous Rage to protect it from strike too.
The other thing we could also do is that since we would be casting Questing Druid at instant speed either way, I could see it being done. I could see it being done because we have the option of
that makes sense.
Having 3 cards in exile to play.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. We'll get that out of the way.
It also can potentially make them think, oh, they could potentially have a removal spell.
Leaving up removal spell, yeah.
And this is one of the things that's kind of like Questing Druid kind of makes playing spells a little awkward sometimes. You kind of get stuck in these weird positions of like, well, I have the sorcery version, but I should probably cast the instant speed version.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Tell him his plays are bad.
Hired Claw, counter, yep.
Yep.
The Claw.
Fair enough. The Claw.
Okay, seek it.
I definitely think Lizards has like one of the best 1-drops.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Okay, let's
These are cards that are playable in our deck.
Draw. All right, well. I'm just going to do
Tell
this.
him what to do and then tell him he misplayed.
Do this.
Why'd you follow my advice? My advice is terrible.
Play a mountain. Pass. We're just going to use rage defensively, I guess.
There's been plenty of times where defensive rage is all you need.
Yeah. Times you got to get defensive with a monstrous rage.
Mountain? Why did you play the Forge? You could have 2 white sources. What if you draw 2 lightning helixes?
That is true. Oh, they had the Ob Bolt. That's so brutal. All right, well, that sucks.
Is what it is. Well, at least a Thopter token could maybe do something, because if they're putting 2 removal spells into it, then whatever.
I think I have to block Scoundrel because of Monstrous Rage. We just auto lose if they have Rage.
Well, I mean, if they have Rage, I would put it in front of Hired Claw because we would care more.
Oh, the Claw dies. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was forgetting about.
Yeah, can we go to 4 power?
Yeah, I was forgetting about our roll.
Yeah, like we'll take the 1 damage from Charming Scoundrel, but like that's fine. And then if they use Shock here, that's a shock that's not hitting face.
Yep. That's
Okay.
so brutal, dude. Alright.
Okay. Well, it's still
Probably
got to
just
chump
cast,
the 2
probably just
damage.
cast Druid and then Helix the Hired Claw right now.
Yeah, get at least the Druid to a 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
What a horrible play.
So good. Alright, go ahead.
Can't believe you've done this. How could you?
Yeah.
Helix gaining 2 life is awful. It should have gained 3 life. It should have gained 4 life.
True, not good enough.
Not good
card.
enough.
Garbage card.
Bruce and the Herd.
Okay, that's scary.
Oh boy. They're swinging with both.
Yeah, I think they always swing both there. The question is if we block.
His double striking 0/4s. Let's go. I mean, we get blown out if they have.
Rage kills us either way, basically. Would put us to 1, I think. It's 5 damage. And then if we go to 1, the roll is lethal. But we could draw another Helix. We do have 4 more Helixes, technically.
Yeah. But the problem that we also run into is that if we go to 1, that means that we can't use Battlefield Forge for casting Helix.
Oh, you're right.
Untap the white source.
Yep. Yep. But the question is, do we
swinging
win?
With Bofa.
But
well, I mean, if they
we do have a lot of cards. Card draw lined up, so maybe we are.
Well, if they put the Monstrous Rage on the Charming Scoundrel, we take 1, and then it only gets +2 power. It doesn't get +4 power.
Oh yeah, true.
And I feel like blocking the Scoundrel now is better than.
Yeah, I'm down to block. Let's block. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna cast this. And then play the tapped Vantage, I think.
So that's about right.
Go. Yeah, maybe Genocide. I mean, we can still just peel a bunch of questing effects and definitely get it back. But yeah, we're in bad shape. Oh boy. Oh, that's so brutal. Alright. Well, they'll kill the show off, I imagine. This is match 2, Derek. We beat green-black.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we are very dead.
Well, I'll tell you what, we in fact did hit all of our land drops.
We did.
And that's all that counts when you think about it.
Alright. I'm just going to cut the Rage and bring in a Case. I really just don't like Rage in the Red Mirror because of exactly what happened in that game. Like, block written his head shock, and it's like, okay. Even though it was still only on a token, it was pretty bad. Did not really like what it converted to. I think I would rather play the longer game with Case. Everything else looks good, though. All right. I would. We will. We will keep this. This hand is pretty nice, actually. We're just going to plot these, and then if we ever hit a white source, they're in a lot of trouble. All right. Swift Spear.
Good old Moto Lad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what in the world? All right. Wanya.
The hamster has to take a breath, get itself back in running shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Derek, we might say that pretty often. It's true. The good news is we have a million of these cards to find them. I'm still just gonna plot here, I think.
We do have the option if we wanted to playing Ren's Resolve, and then we can swing past Hired Claw.
True. Yeah, it's close.
There's also the option of play Slick Shot, just swing for one, and then we just have Swift
Yeah, I
Spear on
guess.
the ground.
Yeah, plotting, especially because if my plan is cast this next turn, which it is, we kind of just want this hard cast anyway.
Jump attack, make him think about it.
I mean, that's true. They would never block in that spot, I don't think, ever. Because then we could just, like, shock phase. It's either way, it's the same, but maybe they would block. I don't know. Depends.
Also, doing it this way makes it so Ren's Resolve can convert to more damage.
Yeah.
And we can potentially, if we hit 2 lands, play
I like this.
both land drop.
I like this.
Man, they're really contemplating about this this block that they can't do.
I know, yeah. Tough call.
I think that's one of the most frustrating features about MTGO versus Arena is that like you attack with a flyer and it's like I can't legally block this thing. Why are you asking me about blocks?
Yep.
Okay, so that's only creature spells. Okay. Their own Swift Spear.
Yeah,
but do you
block.
want to block? No.
I don't.
No, I don't want to block. Paper only blocks. See, I flipped my Swift Spear into flying position, so it can block now.
Derek, but do you want to block? Okay.
Damn, the new Bolt the Bird came out.
Alright, I think we probably resolve now.
Yeah. Alright, 1 land, please.
Okay.
Oh, we hit 2. And we can play the hero now.
Yep.
Alright, well, we get to play Pia, get a Thopter, and we can plot show off to potentially get another one.
Yep.
Bolt the Bird now means obliterating Bolt on Nadu. Man, if you're obliterating bolting a Nadu, I'm sorry.
It's so ridiculous, man. Alright, give me a Lightning Helix, please. Okay, that is not what we wanted. Alright, do this.
Oh, no. Luckily for us, they can only cast 1 red spell.
True.
Because they don't have another red source for them. And also Pia's nice here because it can block any of their other 2-power creatures.
Yep. So the question is, what are we attacking with, if anything, here?
I would say probably Hero or Thopter, just because we don't want to be blocking with 1 toughness creature.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, I think I just send this.
Yep. Just gotta add the Thopter to the trash heap.
Yep. OMG, a Lightning Helix? Yeah, Derek.
Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix! Aww. Well, they can't swing with Hired Claw. If they swing with Hired Claw, we just don't block it.
Yeah. They don't care. Alright, that's fine. look.
Alright. Lightning Helix off the top, maybe one time.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast this. That's interesting.
In this particular spot, just because of how low we are,
I think we just
and
do this, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I just forsake the Thopter value and just questing Druid and hope to rip the Helix.
Yep.
Come on, Helix. Well, now is the point in time that we can
Yeah.
play Pia and just get the Thopter that we wish we could have had.
Uh-huh.
And we can now have a white source that doesn't hurt us.
Yeah, I'm only gonna attack with show off, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Leave back as much toughness as possible.
And we just gotta hope we don't get hit by any of their burn spells.
Yep.
Which is highly unlikely considering the fact that they're on 2 lands still.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh. Alright.
Dang.
It's funny, we got to look at so many cards and still no helixes.
Yeah. 0 removal at all, which is really annoying. Yeah, the post-board games we just drew like no removal. It's kind of insane. Oh, we're playing against Piper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This hand probably a mull.
Yeah.
All right, this one definitely a keep.
Much better.
Just gonna get rid of the monstrous rage, I think.
I'd actually get rid of the battlefield forge. Could we have a draw 2 effect?
Okay, I'm fine with that too.
We can just hold shock on 1, plot slick shot on.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess
2.
that she might be on the mono white deck. We'll see. That's fair, Derek.
Hold on, gotta fix the shuffler real quick. Back into the mainframe. Not the boring mono white deck.
I know. We'll see. That's just my guess. Yep. I thought she'd move on to this.
We'll wake you up, Kevy, when the match is over.
All right.
Tell him his deck is boring.
I think I'm just gonna plot show off here.
Yeah, I agree. Does the white deck play Elspeth Smite?
Sideboard, if they're on my list from yesterday, 2. But not in the main. It's just 4 get lost. All right. I think I am in a portal here. Name mountain. And we're just
No, we can just just make them tap out. Red to filth, lol. We had Kebby on duty to suss it out.
I don't even. What does that even mean? Red to filth. I don't know what that means.
It's like it's like reading like a book, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go lightning healer. So say play the battlefield forge first, and then we can play questing druid because we're gonna be playing multiple spells at this time, and then we now have another threat on board they'll have
Yeah.
to deal with. You vote to replace Dykeman as the streamer to Kyle. All right, your vote has been put into the poll, and we will be getting back to you as soon as we get the results.
I think I'm just gonna
Which
helix
may be
her here.
yeah. No reason to hit the vigilance creature. It's not really impeding us in any
No,
way.
and in fact, it would make Beza that much better.
Yeah. You got a 3/3 questing druid. It's just gonna get bigger, and this monstrous rage is gonna be real gross.
Yep. I'll get lost. She probably has lay down. Hopefully not 2 lay downs. That would be unfortunate. Yep.
That's the one. Okay. Ooh, second one. Well, seeing not 2, I feel like we're just gonna be kind of committing a little bit here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we don't want to go long. The longer this goes, the worse it gets.
Yep. Get angry.
Yeah. Rage. Yeah, so if I just do it again, it's 3 more. And then shock you. I mean, it's not lethal, so I wonder if I just wait still.
I would at least do double rage, and we can always leave shock up for something else if need be.
Yeah. Part of me is considering holding just because of
like they're waiting on it.
If we top deck any haste creature, and there are quite a few, I'm just gonna hold. I'm okay with this exchange. I think we're either getting Bezat or Sunfalled here, is my guess.
I mean, Sunfall is pretty. It's pretty whatever.
Yeah, but now that we held the rage, if we top deck a haster, a lot of them are just lethal, like that. I think that's lethal. I'm not certain, but we'll do the math in a minute.
It is.
Yeah.
Heart goes to 6 power. Shock puts it to 7 power and puts them to 7. Ah.
Beautiful.
Mega dead. Gotta love it.
Okay, well, the good news is the prelim lists do not get posted. So if she is playing my list from last week, I only had 1 smite, not 2. So that's something to keep in mind. But if, Piper's pretty up to date on things, so I would not be shocked if she just knows what I played yesterday.
So this is definitely an Urbrass Forge matchup.
It's a Forge. It's all the cards that draw us cards should be in the deck.
Do we...
Shocks are horrendous. Helix are horrendous, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do we want to exchange anything for more get lost?
We might.
Because I'm assuming that the deck's also a temporary lockdown deck.
They are. Yep, 4 probably.
Yeah, I'd probably bring in the Get Lost then.
Yeah, I actually am gonna keep the double strike thing. I think Slick Shot is a really good way to steal games, so we'll keep that here.
I would say, if
Honestly,
anything,
I could see shaving Heartfire Hero because
yeah,
it's
I can agree with that.
pretty horrible. It doesn't have haste, and then all their removal exiles, so it doesn't even deal damage half the time. Yeah, let's try this. When I'm a dictator, savage. All right, we'll keep this.
So the question here is, do we play Swift Spirit 1 and attack, or
Yeah,
do we wait
I
till
think we
turn
do.
2?
I think we do. I think that's fine. I think I'm just gonna do it off the mountain too. I don't think we need to play this yet at all.
No, Village isn't relevant right now.
Pretty unnecessary. Okay, I'm just gonna resolve an attack. I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk into the lockdown. I guess we do have Get Lost, but so that is interesting. Maybe because we have Get Lost, we actually just walk into it.
Yeah,
Especially if we
they take
hide
their
the
turn
white
off.
source. I could even hide the white source and be sneaky about it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'd
that
agree
makes
with
sense.
that. It also allows us to go Swift Spear, swing with both, and then if they don't do anything, we get to Monstrous Rage and deal 7.
I'm not gonna Monstrous Rage because we could get Losted or Smited. I guess I should turn off auto yields here because if she gets lost first, then I would maybe rage. But oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That means we have Rage to outgrow whatever blocks.
Yeah.
Rage is like probably one of the best combat tricks.
It's so good. It might be literally one of the best combat tricks of all time. Like,
it's
I
like you get a
remember
permanent.
when it got spoiled. Andrew on our team was a huge heroic player. Still is a really big heroic player, but he called it right away. He's like, I think this is gonna be one of the best cards in the new set. Okay, so Piper's not on my list. She's on Tulio's list. All right, that was a pretty good draw.
They're still one away from.
So Ren's Resolve plays better around Beza, so I think I'm gonna Ren's Resolve rather than play Challenger because I don't want Fish in play.
Yeah, that sounds good. Carrot Cake, kind of lame.
True, Derek. Very true. We only Carrot Cake and Pioneer on this stream. All right, that's a very awkward one. I'm gonna play this attack.
Yeah, we can just play it post.
Yeah, we will end up doing that because she's just gonna block with Rabbit Token here to set up Beza Fish anyway. There's not a lot I can do.
Please stop hurting me.
God, Beza is so good here. It's literally Fish, draw a card, and life if she has it. We do two things in Pioneer. Thoughtseize, put in Ripper, yeah.
Get ripped. Okay, second Carrot Cake is fine. Okay, we can get a pre-combat questing druid.
We could, yeah. I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah, could we have all the mana available that we need to, and if we hit land, then we can go. We just kind of go crazy. My kingdom for a Beza. Beza has their own kingdom.
All right, let's do this like you said. Okay. I'm gonna attack all. Yeah, I'm gonna attack all.
Rip the pulse.
Oh, right, because it was seek. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's like only like the one bad hit for the deck.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. 1 to 14. That poor little rabbit is helpless. No, it has frag. It
It's
has a second one.
Yeah, I was say this is pretty good. Just chump block and trade with hero probably. Yep. Which is fine because I have a suspicion we might be getting Sunfalled here soon. All right.
If we're gonna get Sunfall, I would just play the Vantage from Exile.
Yeah. I mean that's assuming we
No.
are gonna get Sunfalled. I don't know that we are, obviously, but
I think either way, if they play Beza, like holding up the get loss is not doing anything for us. So.
no. Yeah, I'm just yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, we'll do this. Go.
We also have the option, if it ever comes down to it, that we can get lost our own monster token for 2 maps, get a
Yeah.
prowess trigger, and then use that to pump more.
Yep, true.
Explored lines.
Oh, wow. She left in talent. That surprises me a lot. Well, we'll be responding to the carrot cake pop by blowing up the talent. Very surprised that stayed in. That was actually a good draw. I think I'm just going to play this and haste it.
Yeah, we can play the village now. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
No rabbits here, only mice and birds.
Yep. P and Alarm. We have builds. Don't worry. We built that already. That's already on the list.
It's on the docket. Don't worry. That was the first place we went.
Oh, what just happened?
Oh,
here?
you.
Oh, I had yielded to. Well, what if I blow
Yeah.
up the blocker? Is she dead? 3? Huh.
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, because she gains 3.
Yeah. I would just say don't worry about responding.
Yeah, that's fine.
What we can also do is that they get the card here, but we can also from here, just if they go to level it up, we can blow it up in response at that point too.
I kind of just want to blow it up now to get the prowess and the extra 2 damage, but maybe that's wrong.
I feel like that's wrong because we can use it.
Yeah, all right. We'll just do this. That's fine.
Yeah, because we can also save it for getting a prowess trigger for Emberheart Challenger, and we can use
True.
it to get Beza out of the way.
True. All that is true. Yeah, Beza is just going to be a complete nightmare. We just have to dodge the Beza at all stages of the game. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to blow up the talent, I think.
I mean, Talon's just going to draw them a card, right?
Well, they're going to draw 2 cards if I don't get lost. Well, I guess if I blew up the Beza... the problem is the talent makes all their fish 3/3s, which they'll have 3 of them. I'm blowing up.
No, that's
talent.
fine.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. No, Taylor, the reason why we were saying that was because of the fact that even though it triggers once per turn, Beza will draw a card because it will see that we have an additional card in hand.
Yeah.
Damn.
It would trigger the talent and the Beza. So it's a draw 2
Yeah.
there. Draw 2, gain 4, get 2 fish. All the works, you know?
Ooh,
All right.
boy.
Well, that was pretty good. Beza. All right, I'm gonna village the hero here, I think. Oh,
Yeah, I would play make sure to play the forge also, so we
yeah.
have all of our lands for instant speed combat stuff.
Yeah.
Four three.
Attack all. Oh, yeah.
Send in the goons. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Piper will make a good block. Piper's not gonna make some stupid nonsense block. It's gonna be smart. Yeah.
This is still fine because we can just go Monstrous Rage on Challenger, and if we hit another Rage or 1-drop, we can blow them out here. Because that would make Emberheart Challenger 1 more toughness than Beza, and it would also make our Monastery Swift Spear outsize their 2 blockers.
Yeah, that's interesting. We could also. Yeah, this is a very interesting where we want to rage. You think it's on the Beza, huh?
Yeah, just because Beza is just gonna sit in front of our creatures.
Yeah.
Because regardless, like if we just rage and get the Beza out of the way, we're also getting the Vigilance creature out of the way, so that they can't really attack.
Sure.
All right, let's see. 1 minute spell off the top.
Pretty much has to be another rage. Oof.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine though.
It is.
We basically leave them a singular fish and still hit them for 3.
Yep.
And then we still have a questing druid and more stuff to draw off the top.
Yep. And this hero is pretty good with the village, so. Okay. It's fine. Okay.
Link,
onto
and
the
then
life
put the
linker.
maps on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another talent. That's
Yeah.
really brutal.
Yeah. The Elspeth is -6 to bring back all the 3
Yes.
stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. It would bring back the carrot takes and the talent. Oh, lay down here too. Oh. Or maybe map. Might be a map.
I think it's a map.
Yeah, I feel like it might be map again.
I feel like they would have laid down first.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
possible. Okay.
Okay. That means that we have.
First, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna play Pia. Then I'm gonna play the Druid.
We know their top card is
The
just.
talent. It's a caretaker's
Yeah.
talent. Yeah. All right.
I think we just send Hero at Elspeth and the Thopter at them, right?
Hero at Elspeth.
Just because Elspeth's just gonna make 1/1 lifelinkers.
I know.
Like, and they have to double jump if they want to do it. So. And then it's like there's even the because like the main reason why we can't swing with Swiss Spear is that they can just like chump it with the life link 3/3 and then
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Elspeth. I'm a little worried if that thing ults, we're totally dead. So I want to get pressure on it. I think what the really bad news here is all the lifelinkers are about to get +2/+2. The talent is going to come down. Copy a lifelinker. This makes another. So we're looking at a board of like 13 lifelinks. I'm not really worried about her life total. We're not killing her for a long time. The virtues are about to become an issue too.
Yeah.
It feels it feels pretty gross being on the other side of this. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Derek, have I thought about trying it out? You troll. Yeah, this is what I deserve for what I've done to people the last few days. This is just so helpless. We've drawn so many cards, and yet here we are, just getting crushed. I did make a slight mistake on that get lost, but I don't know. It could have mattered. She'd be a card lower, but and we would have been up 2 damage, so it's hard to say. But yeah, it turns out the white deck pretty strong, pretty strong.
I have a family.
All right, well that was
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good. So we can pump hero. Dang, this is boring to watch.
Boring to watch, huh? Well, it's not boring to play it, I'll tell you that much.
So now we have the option of swinging with the Swift Spear, because Swift Spear now can go to 3 power.
Yeah, I'm going to go Elspeth. I'm just going all at Elspeth. The life total we're not dealing with for a while, but I'm going all at Elspeth. The Pia can't attack still. Druid can't attack. Just send those at Elspeth.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy double block and then chump and then sack the chump. But whatever.
Well, the problem is that if they sack the chump, then they can't gain the life.
True. Well, they'll gain here. They're fine with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will happen. I'm gonna get lost the talent because we're never beating that.
Yeah.
Chat box king again. Oh yeah. Well, we're playing against Piper, so it's intentional. But yes, I am. I guess it's a large chat box. Maybe that's what you're getting at there. It doesn't need to be so huge. But Kevy, I hate control in this. It sounds like you hate Magic. Sounds to me like you hate Magic. You hate game actions.
See,
it's fine.
I'm not a fan.
You can admit it if you hate game actions. You're definitely allowed to hate game actions. That is allowed. It is amazing how dead we
control.
Are. Just so dead.
You hate games that never
the
end.
game's over. I promise I lost. I'm not going to concede, but this game's over. In paper, we would not be playing anymore. I would move on and not waste everyone's time. At the team event, I would not play this game out, I don't think. I would go to game 3.
Yeah.
It's your fault if you don't concede in these spots. These are spots where you should scoop. All right, so that's probably a get lost.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Oh.
Interesting.
Don't know what that hits though.
I don't know what it hits either, man.
Because they already have another virtue.
I think it's probably gonna hit the Elspeth, but
yeah,
I'm gonna act like I care about the Elspeth. This will probably go at her, but you think it hits the concede button? Yeah.
The nice thing is that this hero will eventually just kind of run them over.
Yeah. Now the problem is eventually we're gonna get frickin' sunfalled, but until that happens, we do have a lot of card draw effects. I mean, we could get out of this, but it's just
I would have conceded as soon as I see a plains.
yeah, that makes sense, Kebby. That's fair, man. Yeah, we're gonna get locked down, or yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not guaranteed that I can just beat a soldier token with double virtue in play. To be honest, it's gonna be bad.
It is going to be bad, but the main thing is right now is that the Heartfire hero gets to just swing past it.
True. Yeah. The Heartfire hero is big. The Heartfire hero. What's going to happen, though, is she's going to start making a fish every turn, too. So that's the chump blocker, and then the lifelinker holds everything else back. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Tapping Mirrex. That's why I've been getting a lot of 2-3s in leagues. I see us plains and I scoop the match.
Fair enough. All right, get lost on the... Oh, that's so brutal. Yeah, all right.
Wait, did they get lost our druid?
Pia. It kind of makes sense. She's just worried about... Oh, wait, what? What did she get rid of? Oh, that was a really good draw. Holy moly. All right.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best ones.
I think it just was the best draw in the deck by a huge margin. I can map onto this.
Yep.
Okay. That was absurd.
Forge on top?
I'm gonna... Yeah, actually, it doesn't seem very good. I'm gonna bin that.
Yeah, no.
Alright, I'm gonna cast this.
Make a Thopter.
Yep. I'm gonna do it like this, I guess. Not sure if that's right, actually, but... Just in case I still want to use the village. Okay, we still get to use the village.
Let's go, Thopters. Oh, we lost and proceeds to win the game to make Kebby suffer.
Sorry, Kebby.
You gotta wait a little longer.
We still absolutely have not won, but...
I was gonna say you could probably keep one of the Thopters
yeah, I
back.
might keep one of those
chill.
back. I think I'm going to, yeah.
And they do go down to 9 from that, so...
Yeah, 9 back up to 14, though. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, now we just need our own fountain port so we can
Yeah,
chump sack.
yeah.
Okay, are we making...
Sacks
we're sacking them out.
Card. Okay.
Okay. That's a good sign for us. That means that they're probably looking for some way to deal with our board state.
Yeah, we have Fountain Port in one of our other builds, Kebby. Elegant Parlor. Okay. Yep, just full in on the...
Yep, and then we can just chump.
Okay, hear me out here. What if we... I guess double block's terrible into Get Lost, specifically.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not going to do it. But that was an option, actually. It was just...
How many more... Do we have one more Get Lost?
We do. We have 2 more, I think.
No, I think we only one more.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Gotta say, the last Get Lost can hit the soldier token. That could potentially just win us the game.
Yep.
Oh, is this Sunfall?
Might be.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Temp Lockdown, yep.
Yep. equally as bad. But
Yep.
at least their loyalties aren't doing anything now. Okay.
Whatever. We'll keep playing. We're so dead, but we'll keep playing.
Sorry, Kevy. It's,
Yeah, Kevy, sorry,
nothing
buddy.
personal.
The game continues. All gone with the wind, yeah. Oh my, White Sun's Twilight, that is... Whoo-wee, that is not good.
All right, at this point, I'd do the concede.
We'll go ahead and move on. Yeah, well, I think we're going to resubmit. For what it's worth, we never saw a disenchant effect out of her, Loran or Sunder, so she might not be... I mean, she's seen Forge now, so... Nice, we get a game 3. I agree, Derek. This has been a fun match. This has been sweet. There's been a lot of game actions, a lot of talking, a lot of decisions, a lot of card draw, a lot of permanence in play. This is how the game is meant to be played. All right, we're going to keep. It's not the best hand, but we are going to keep. I think I'm actually going to maybe Swift Spear first, given that we might Peon too. Okay, that was awesome.
That's like probably the best thing.
Yeah, it was super good. If we're going to draw a land, it was best possible land, I think.
Yeah. And now we get to play Heartfire, give it haste, and make it 3 power.
Yep. Ooh, the Smite. Brutal. Okay.
Well, I think the Smite on this Swift Spear is not as bad as Smite on this hero.
I agree with that. Okay.
Second one. Let's go.
Not bad at all.
Yep. The little mouse that could.
The little mouse that could. That's right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Doing it again.
And then we're going to lose to a Beza. I'm ready. I am ready. Or Temp Lockdown.
Be something.
Okay, that's acceptable.
It's fine.
That is very acceptable.
They still take 2 or 3 regardless of what they block, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Beza.
Okay. That is a card.
It is a card.
So we can pump hero, and then we can give it double strike. Is this gonna be a game where we deal 45 damage and still lose? Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, do you think Torpor Orb is pretty good right now?
It might be, honestly. It'd be like okay versus this deck for sure.
Because the main thing that I think about it is that it main deck orbs, baby. It turns off Beza, Caretaker's Talent, all the creature tokens don't trigger it.
Yeah. Well, this is tough. I don't even know that we attack. I mean, We trade with Beza, but that's pretty poor. I mean, I guess then we get to cast this next turn.
And
All right, I
Mycothopter.
guess it's fine. It also deals 4 damage.
Yep.
Oh, well, we get to kill everything, I guess, so that's nice.
Let's go. We did it. Send it all down the river. You already are dealing enough lethal damage.
I see.
Yeah. And then put 1 damage on that fish token. And then 1 there. Yep. There you go.
Oh,
Yep.
can I not? Oh, it's the second strike.
Yeah, it's the second strike of damage.
I
Yep.
see.
If only this giant was one of those creature types, we can give it haste. Oh,
Yeah, if only. If only. Such Beza. Guess I should have held the land in hand, although I wanted to be able to play the tap land, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
If we drew one, it's kind of rough.
Alright, Lithopter that could. Gotta get
GG, yeah, too many Bezas. 2 Bezas is too many.
Getting crunched.
Hiya, won you.
Well, I mean, the 2-headed hunter has menace.
He does, yeah, we have a chance. I mean, the game's not over. We could also draw, like, our draw spells. Okay, delicious. Delicious carrot cake.
They have the land. Ugh.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance? No, I think
Alright,
the
no.
chance left now. Yeah.
Yeah, that land was not it. We needed some card draw.
Yeah, I'm okay with personally conceding here because they're
I'm
about
gonna
to
keep
draw
playing because we could
so
hit show off and randomly take it that way, but
I don't even think show off takes it at this point because they're gonna gain 3 life, go to 13.
well,
Draw
if
another
we
card.
hit just a bunch of if we hit like a bunch of Ren's resolves in a row, we can get there.
Like,
So we'll just play.
I'm sorry, Kebby. I tried to advocate for you.
Yeah, Cabby, it was close to you being advocated for there, but
I got vetoed.
no cigar. You're gonna sit here and watch, and you're gonna like it too. You're gonna enjoy this.
Drawing 2 cards.
Shucks.
Well, that one's fine.
Yeah, I know, because we have another one. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
So the first thing I'm going to do is cast the Resolve.
Oh. Right. That was pretty
garbo, but
we got 2 flyers.
We do get some Thopters.
Yep. So if they have Get Lost, I can see them potentially using it on PS because that's going to be like our main source of damage.
Yeah, I could see it for sure.
But then they also run the risk of this 2-headed hunter kind of taking over.
Mm-hmm. She also might just save it for
Sunfall.
Yep. Save Get Lost for Slick Shot, which is, I really believe, the only way we win is if we like Ren's Resolve into Show Off Ren's Resolve, then cast Show Off Ren's Resolve into like Monstrous Rage. I think that is how we win, I'm pretty sure.
So Chad, I have a question for y'all.
I see.
What is your opinion on Wizards printing like back to back like sweepers at Exile? Like I feel like back in the day, like we had like yeah, like a minus whatever, and then they go into exile. But like, my god, Sunfall and Temporary Lockdown are disgusting. I freaking hate them so much.
At least Temp Lockdown you can hit with Pick and Get Lost and all these other things, so it's gotten a lot worse. But yeah, Sunfall is still just excellent.
Yeah, it's like the best sweeper.
Yeah, by a lot.
It's just so hard to play around when you're not playing again like hand disruption and what's the other thing? It's like hand disruption and counter spells. It's just like, all right, well, I can't phase my things out. Invasion of Gobakon just exiles it so they can cast it on turn 7. It's like, what am I gonna do?
I might just not block. I think we have to hit something great here anyway, so I'm just not gonna block.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
agree.
needed, like, if we chained into a monstrous rage or something, we would want this in play. Shucks.
Did
All right. Well, brutal.
you? Hey, but at least all the games that we lost, it was 1-2 and not 0-2.
Dude, Thragtusk. So I played this really sweet red deck when that was like when I started playing Magic, actually, pretty much like the first time I ever went to tournaments. And I had this really sweet deck that was mono red splash Falconwrath Aristocrat, and I was main decking Mark of Mutinies, and I was just stealing people's tusks and then sacking their tusks and keeping their 3/3. And then people would reanimate them. I'd be like, sweet, I'll steal it again. Thanks for the 3/3s. Enjoy your 5 life. It's not gonna matter very long.
Good time.
Yeah, the OG claimed the firstborn. Thragtusk would be an uncommon. You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Well, this hand's good.
Yep.
Definitely happy with this.
Brock O'Lee. Okay, so domain.
Yeah,
Well, we should have a good matchup,
I
especially
think
since
so.
they just bid to Sunfall.
I think so. Swift Spear. Attack you, go. Probably gonna plot show off on 2.
Yep. I'm just so happy that we don't have to deal with domain being able to leyline binding turn 2.
True. That's true.
That was an awful time. It's like just the natty double triumph that gets them all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Prawn rotated. We did get a Restoration Angel. Card's pretty good.
Alright. Are they dead to double rage? They might be. If I don't play the
they'll be able to Sunfall.
I know. I'm just curious how much damage this is. It's a ton of damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It'll
7,
be 13. 8. It'll be 14.
It's 14 total damage.
Yeah, because Monstrous Rage onto Swift Spear is 5 power. Monstrous Rage onto Slick Shot is up to 6 power for it. And then the. Actually, wait, no. It'll be 15 because Slick
Prowess.
Shot gets 2. Yeah.
15 is.
So we actually have another thing that we can do. We can play the Thread Portal, play Slick Shot, put in the 2 Monstrous Rages, they Sunfall, and then we just go Pia Rens Resolve, and then
Yeah.
just reaccrue everything and still deal a ton of damage, and we just forfeit the 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think I'm going to worry about green. This here.
Green is an imaginary color
Yeah.
for this deck.
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. It's there, but I wonder, do you think there's any world where it's actually better to resolve here and save rage for the Thopter?
I can see it just because casting Ren's Resolve now is more mana efficient.
Yeah,
why
that's
don't...
kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, we lose out on a little bit of damage, but then we still have a lot of stuff to work with.
I think I like it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
all right.
yeah.
Now they're
Oh
good.
yeah. All right. Those are good. Some good cards there.
The funniest thing is that if they don't have a sweeper here, like, and they just have like, oh my god.
Okay, they're gonna cycle in temp lockdown.
Do they have temp lockdown main?
Oh yeah, they main temp lockdown usually, I think. All right, maybe they don't. Maybe they're just holding up Get Lost. I feel like we're getting temp lockdown, but okay, binding.
Binding.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, now things get kind of weird. Is it, Derek? That's fair.
Because if we send everything, we're only hitting for 4.
We're 1-2, Taylor. We just lost to Piper Powell on mono white, and we lost to mono red the round before. We beat green black in round 1, and we're in game 1 right now against Domain. The tracker doesn't come up when I'm using my Daybreak account. It only comes up when I'm using my actual account, so the record only comes up if I'm playing like challenges and prelims typically. I can probably edit that, but I don't know how.
I mean, you edit the URL to point to the DB account.
I see. Okay, that would make sense. I mean, do we just play both these? I mean, we lose one of them if we don't play them, right? So it's like,
right. I'm in favor of playing both because the only other option is that we play one and then we're playing Monstrous Rage.
Yeah.
Or playing Pia, and it's just like, but like at the end of the day, it's just like, I think it's just better to play both of the haste creatures and force them to have a Sunfall, and if they don't, then
yeah, Angel will get us too. Angel's gonna destroy us, but
yeah,
not a lot we can do about it.
Yeah.
Okay, they had maybe they're just gonna pop this, I think. Oh wow, okay.
Alright. I'll take a guess.
Now we're gonna get angeled, I bet. Probably just angel double kick, kill both your things. Oh, okay, maybe not. Alright, well.
We have a game.
We do. Yeah, the white deck beat us pretty handily, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty embarrassing.
I think we map first.
I agree with that. Okay, I'm not going to put that in the yard, I don't think.
No, that card's really good with our hand.
Yeah.
And then we can play Pia, hold up Monstrous Rage.
Yep.
And then if they, for whatever reason, have Angel in hand, we can use Monstrous Rage to blow them out.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah,
have
if they
them be able
draw
to kill
Angel,
either creature.
yeah, I like that. Just gonna save the map for when we play the boy, I think.
I don't know, Derek, if this is the only thing on the docket. This is the only thing on the docket that we talked about.
Yeah, this is the only thing on the docket today, Derek. Because it'll actually end up being about 4 o'clock when we finish up here. So, all right. Well, the odds that they have untapped land attracts are super low. I don't know why I talk. All right, that's beatable. It's annoying, but it's beatable. It's not a track, so that's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's not gaining life. That's just making 15 power.
Yep. Okay, play Emberheart, map onto it.
Something good.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna bin that, I think.
I mean, Shock's fine because we have the because right now, we're just gonna be holding up for the double strike, and we can just be like swing Swift Spear, and they have to double chump, so we get to eat 2 of their creatures, and then we have Monstrous Rage, and 2 maps to push through the rest of their creatures.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because the thing is that even if we don't, because even if we don't do that, if we just like swing one of them, they still have to block under the threat of giving double strike and also double rage.
Mm-hmm. So you like keeping the shock, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just another
and we
1 mana
swing
spell.
just Swift Spear.
Yeah, because Ember Heart Challenger is going to give us more cards.
Yeah, makes sense to me. What do you think of just not swinging at all? Because they're just gonna block with every beast, right? I mean, they just put 5. I mean, we're gonna lose Swift Spear.
Okay, well, if you want to hold it back, then we have to cast the. I would cast the back half of that so you can keep it in exile.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Okay, we have to cast it this turn to keep it.
We do. Yeah, I just don't want to attack with it, and then they draw a removal spell, and then we just have nothing, you know?
No, that's fair.
I guess we would still have this, but that's depressing.
Yuck.
But I'm happy we didn't attack, I guess.
13. What? That's really aggressive. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess they're just like, well, I'll just put you on a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are dead to that.
Yeah.
I think.
So I wonder what would have happened if we didn't cast the Headhunter. I'm just curious. Can we map? I'm wondering what the top card would have been.
Sure. Yeah.
For fun.
Pia.
That wouldn't have mattered.
No.
Alright, well. is what it is.
But yeah, definitely dead. 3 power, yeah, not enough.
They're just gonna gain 3 back also.
Yep. Yep, so they're at 16, basically 20 with 4 toughness. Okay, well, let's bring in more get lost.
Is their only form of instant speed or removal get lost in?
It's binding and get lost. Yeah, they play those, and sometimes they play smite too.
Yeah, then probably Hunter's not going to be good enough. If they're just going to be having that much.
Yeah, if they have that much instant speed removal, it's definitely awkward, yeah.
And we could just swap out Hunter for Forger case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine with trying Forge. Okay.
But the deck feels like it's been doing good, even though we're 1-2.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the deck's been terrible. All right, we'll keep this. Might get rid of a Gorge.
Yeah, I get rid of Gorge. That way we have access to all of our mana.
Yep. Yeah, them going 7th land untapped, 7-drop as their last 2 was really brutal.
Yeah.
As I said, it was incredibly unlikely that would happen. All right. Yeah, Gorge. All right, this time I'll lead on Heartfire.
Lush, Portico. Yeah, yuck. Ooh.
I kind of just want to.
Yeah, I would do
Swift Spear
that.
Rage. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a world that you don't do that.
It's just so much damage. This is exactly why I played Hero on 1, so we could do this if we drew it.
It's very unlikely that they have. Yep. So they have Get Lost available, but they don't have really anything else.
Okay, I'm just going to hard cast this and.
Pray for no lockdown.
Yep.
Yep. That's how it is.
Shock you. Kind of feeling like they probably have a Get Lost here, but that's fine. Hopefully they don't also have a lockdown. If they do have lockdown, they go to 3. And have nothing else, of course. Okay, sure.
We can use those for Heartfire Hero.
We're getting locked down. It's so brutal, dude. So brutal. Alright, let's do this. Alright, well, pretty good hit. Alright, go to 5.
Keep going. Now we still run into the problem that they can just play the Angel
Yep.
as a chump blocker if they want to.
Yep. Heaped Harvest. Okay. Shocker Rage 1 time. Pretty good. Be pretty good.
dang, that's one short.
That's so brutal.
I think we just go play Swift Spear and then just swing for 2, right?
Problem is they have this harvest though, so like, I think we just have to put them to 1. It's like if they Sunfall us, we could draw any haster and win, or shock.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
we
okay.
if we play passively, Angel just beats us too anyway. So like,
Yeah.
I don't really
All
think
right,
playing
that's fair.
passive
Yeah.
passive does enough. I'm fine with walking into lockdown number 2, but I think we got to play to not lose to everything else. I'm not convinced that holding this in our hand even beats the board. Okay, it's fine. So, yeah, I mean, any haster or a burn spell.
Got the shocks.
Let's go! We could use a creature land, yeah, I know. Like I said earlier, 21 lands might be reasonable in this deck. Could definitely.
We were talking about it. The the red-white creature land is really bad.
Yeah.
We could maybe play like Mishra's Foundry, but like that's like the only one I'd really think of.
Hand is very good.
Yep. We're gonna out to temporary lockdown.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to go out?
Ooh, not bad.
The green white llama is like 4 mana to activate.
Hey, Jabber, thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, thanks for the raid.
That was pretty good. Kind of just want to play something here. One of these.
I think I just played Challenger, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Challenger's more damage, anyways.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
guess next turn it's like the same amount of damage overall if they do go lockdown and I blow it up.
Yeah, we can just go.
Okay, nice. They don't even have the lockdown here.
Let's
That's
go.
Good.
The Boros land does trigger Valiant. This is true, but it is a 2/2 that you have to pay 3 mana for. Okay, so they can Leyline Binding for 2.
Yep, which they might just do main phase here. Yep, looks like they are. Yep.
That's fine.
Yep, totally fine.
So they can't have a sweeper except for that the one would have to be untapped white source lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, and that would be fine because then we just get a bunch of hasters back. I think we just show off Rage the Swift Sphere probably because they want to deal with show off more.
Yeah. We go down to 8. Hey. That's a second untapped white source.
It is potentially. Oh, mountain.
Okay,
sure,
so they're setting up for
binding.
Angel then.
Angel as well, yeah. Ooh, that was.
Oh, I think they're dead, right?
Yeah, if they don't have a removal spell, I kind of feel like they might have a removal spell, but maybe we just don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I think we just go in, commit, the monstrous rage, and then if they go like leyline binding, we just blow it up. And
Oh, that's true. Yeah, binding doesn't even stop us here.
Yeah, it
So
has
it's
to
gotta
be
get lost.
right. Yeah, I would just force them to have it.
Can we afford to lose 1 damage? Can I target the Swift Spear with this and we still win?
I assume we can.
Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, because Slick Shot would be at 5. Swift Spear would be at 4. 2 more on top of that would be 11.
Yeah.
Yep. So if they have Leyline Binding as their removal, they die turn 4.
Yeah. What happens if they... I guess what we should think about, too, is what happens if they do nothing. If they do nothing... So if I rage here and they do nothing, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They'd go to 2.
That's still fine. That
Yeah,
means we just
I'm
hold
gonna
up quest.
I am gonna target the show off.
Yeah, because if
I'm gonna try
they
to.
don't do,
I'm gonna hope it is a binding and not the get lost.
because the thing is that if it's, because if they wait, we just get to hold up questing druid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
which
can
is
put them to
fine.
2 and then whatever.
Yeah.
Two. Okay, so it is get lost. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then
I think I
still
just play
probably just hold
hero
it.
and map onto it now.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Seem good.
Yep, because they can't kick the angel twice. They can only kick it once.
Right.
And they still don't show a untapped second white source.
Yeah.
Ooh, like a shock here.
Yeah, seems good. Go.
And now both of them are out of angel range also.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's pretty huge. Ooh, no play, huh?
So that tells me they're probably holding a binding.
I agree.
So
I'm gonna map onto... This is weird, but I think I'm gonna map onto Swift Spear, actually. Maybe.
that's it's kind of fine either way.
Yeah.
Because like they have to have binding as their removal spell here because
I guess
if
I
they
can just
get
attack, too. We can just attack and see if they do anything. That might be the best play.
Yeah, let's do that. Because like if they have to get rid of Heartfire Hero,
Because
like,
I can go
if
attack,
it's not,
shock your face, and then make them do something.
Yeah. Yep. Because they have to have binding here because get lost on Heartfire Hero will just kill them. Like they can do it on Swift Spear, but like that's kind of whatever.
Yep.
We can just hold get lost for the late line binding if they try and Wrath.
Yep.
They
Okay.
have the get lost for that, and that's fine. They still go down
To 3.
3. It's fine.
Oh,
And then
we
just hold...
we get lost our own hero.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good. Yep.
They could
Yep.
randomly have a negate, I guess, so maybe I should respect that, but that is a line we have available to us. So I guess I'm just going to untap and leave that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I would let them untap because say they go for Sunfall, then they'll tap out that
Exactly,
way.
yeah. Or Angel or whatever. Sure. And we just don't need
Okay.
to act at all. We just don't need to spend our mana. We just attack for 3 and alright, cool.
Alright. Yeah,
Alrighty.
let's go.
Can we have a winning record? Let's find out. It has been a fun league, though. The deck has, like you said, it's even though we were 1-2, it's not like the deck has felt bad. Like we had a really good match with Piper,
Yep.
and we had a good match against Mono Red too. Like I would say, I think our deck is probably favored against Mono Red. That was a pretty annoying loss, especially after winning game 1. Never drawing a removal spell in post-board games was crazy when we have 5 Lightning Helixes, but
Yeah, and then we just got like hit by Obliterating Bolt like twice.
yeah, every game, yeah.
Glabber.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
We'd be
we would
3-1
be
if
3-1.
Kyle was the
Kyle's
pilot. Yeah, maybe. You might be right. We might be 4-0. I don't know. We were probably never beating that mono white deck. That mono white deck, man, that deck is really, really strong. I don't know. I guess we could have beaten if we would have drawn a lot of draw twos. We just didn't.
No, it can't be if I was piloting.
There you go.
I just have the Pia charisma.
Well, we're gonna keep. It's a classic game where Thran Portal actually doesn't suck.
We're doing it, yay!
I say it doesn't suck, and then we're gonna be playing a red mirror, and it's gonna be horrible. All right, it's gonna be fine in this matchup. Still not amazing, but oh my goodness. Oh, all right, lucky us. Always lucky. All right, well, let's play this and pass.
Good old crime time. If Nick was piloting, we could have won 3. Well, that's true. But we could also not won 3.
It's true as well. Alrighty. Well, take some damage. I'm just going to plot and pass.
Well, you got to give me at least a little more credit than 1-3. Can we be at least like 2-2?
All right, so they're just a lands matters deck, huh? That's interesting. Okay. Not bad. All right, we're going to call Mountain. I'm going to cast this Pia. Going to cast this Show Off. Get a Thopter.
Send it downtown.
Yeah.
Potentially, even next turn, we could kill with Monstrous Rage double strike. Oh,
Do
we
I
can just
save that?
Monstrous
I
Rage.
think I might save that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
We
I'm
have a
gonna use
second.
my
We have a
mana,
backup one,
yeah.
anyways.
It also keeps a blocker in play, which I think is pretty relevant here.
Yeah, it's also bigger than Bristly Bill with a +1/+1 counter.
Exactly,
also.
yeah. Yep.
Ooh, Demolition Field. Okay, now they can put 2 counters.
As long as they don't have removal, we don't really care. They're just gonna die to rage and then double strike.
Oh, why would you destroy that? That seems like a
Yeah, that was
play.
a huge punt. I don't think they realize that this only taps for 1 color, I guess.
Not only that, you have to pay life every time you tap it.
I love that Kebby said it jokingly, and then our opponent actually did it. You gotta love it, really. Gotta love it.
Is a good time. Okay. 3-4 to 3-3.
All right, they lost. Sick.
Right. We did it.
They really cared about that Pia a lot. They said, "Get that Pia out of here." Monstrous Rage.
Actually, wait. Let's double check the math.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
gonna
I'm
be
wrong. I might be wrong.
I think we're
1, 2,
one
3,
short.
4, 5.
We're exactly
6,
one short.
Oh, that's so brutal. All right, well, then I guess we have to get lost.
I would get lost. Probably just Vine Lasher, because Vine Lasher does damage through whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we can just keep the Thopter back, since the Thopter doesn't grow also.
Yeah, you said hit this guy, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep. And then we still have the setup to just go.
We should have left 2 creatures back. If they map into a spell, they can go map, play land, kill spell, kill you. Maybe we should have left this back too, but it doesn't look like we're going to die. I'm just going to chump block just to be safe. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Kebby, I am sad now. Yeah, I bet you are. All right, they're dead. Now they're dead.
They're dead.
Now they are dead. I'm not wrong
Yay,
this time.
We did it.
All right, rage it, double strike it. GG.
Take 16 in the air.
Twice the rage. Very angry bird. Very angry bird. All right.
Twice the monstrous rage.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Kebby. That's fair.
It's my homie that gives me a turn 1 grazer. That's fair.
All right.
It is an untapped gate.
I'm gonna bring in better removal, more card advantage. I don't even know that I want Forge on the draw versus this. All right. I think we're gonna cut the double strike nonsense.
Yeah, I can agree
To be honest,
with that.
I almost want to cut the rage too on the draw. We'll just come off that plan and just kind of function as a control deck. I like shock. We've seen a lot of shock targets. They probably have even more than that too. So, and I think Helix is probably actually okay here too. All right.
Yeah. I would say if we were going to do any other sideboarding, it would be maybe trim it. If we're taking out Monstrous Rage, Pia's like one of the only cut down targets that's still like.
Yeah, we could shave 2 Pia for 2 more Helix. I could definitely buy that on the draw. Just more burn. Let's do that. Let's just control the game.
Yeah, especially since green, black, usually the only life gain is Shieldred.
Yeah, the only life gain is Shieldred. Their only card draw is creature based. So like if we just keep their creatures off the table, they can't really accrue advantage, and we're just gonna play a million 2-for-1s, and I think that should be good enough to beat them.
My chat's non-existent, let me tell you what.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people though, which is sweet. Happy to have all of you.
Yeah, glad everyone's enjoying the deck, having a good time.
Yes.
It's the most important thing at the end of the day.
Very fun one. If this were a red-white land, I would probably gamble, but I'm not I don't think I'm gonna keep this. All right, we can do this. I'm just gonna get rid of the battle.
You guys should go so chat could be crickets. Dang.
Kevy.
Kevin gonna take his account and his 5 other alternative accounts.
Yep.
Me and my accounts will leave. Okay, Fountain Port, Mosswood. Okay. I think it's just plot show off.
I think it is, yeah. I agree with that. Go.
Webby G, Baby G, Heavy G.
So obnoxious. Oh, it's fun.
You could also do Kebby with you could do Jibby. Oh boy.
I kind of don't even like necessarily want to even cast this yet. I think we could.
Yeah, I'll just hold the Swift Spear.
Yeah, I'm just
no
gonna
reason to
pass. We just don't need to do anything. Just pass.
Yeah.
Sebby G. You've got all the names ready.
The presses.
Okay, so they're just holding up removal. Alright, I'm just gonna plot another one.
Yep.
Play this game for a while. It's fine.
They also missed their land drop.
They did, yeah, so we know their hand's just like mono spells. Plot is so powerful, man. Plot is such a strong mechanic. Hiding from hand hate spells and saving your mana for later turns is just crazy.
Everything that I love about it.
I know, yeah. I like it too. I think it's a really good mechanic, but
Yeah, the Exile stuff was the main reason why Pia got so popular in Pioneers, because it just got to you just got to hate out on it.
Plot, go. Oh, it's so good.
Man, we're
Such
just gonna
nonsense, dude. Can we please draw like some Ren's Resolve effects for the love of God, please?
I just need the
Yeah, yeah.
Now we just need the 4th one so we can have our full playset in Exile. Okay. Oh, they thought
thought better of it. They thought better of it. You got it, opponent.
Yeah,
I think it's
good.
time.
I also think it's time.
I think it is time. Play a Swift Spear.
And the funniest part is that we can cast every spell.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. Slick shot. Slick shot. Slick shot. Hopefully they don't have double cut down, but even if they do, it's not that bad. All right, get lost. This garbage.
Let's go!
Oh man, dude, that is so stupid, bro. That's so dumb.
Let's frickin' go. We won.
Plot,
oh,
plot,
man,
plot. Oh my goodness, man.
The plot thickens.
You love to see it, truly. The best part is if they had Go for the Throat there, they were actually dead. It was it was exactly 19 if we helixed their face.
Yeah.
So good. Oh man. Well, Nick, thanks for hopping on with us today. What did you? I mean, what are your overall takeaways of the deck? You got any takeaways?
I would say the main thing that stood out is that for the most part, it seems like specifically with this deck as it is right now, like outside of the village and monsters rage, we're we're a little lacking on the valiant
Yeah,
triggers.
sure.
Like any time that we played hero and we didn't have the two out, it was kind of just sitting there as a 1-1 and not really doing anything for us.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Because like every time that we were able to trigger Valiant, like even once or twice, like repeatedly, like it was just ridiculous.
Yep. Yep. I agree with that. The mana is definitely lackluster in this deck too. Obviously, that was a little bit of an issue
Yeah,
too. The mana is super awkward. Um, and then I think for like the big difference between this version of Pia and the Pioneer version of Pia is this deck doesn't have like a showdown
no,
effect.
and
Um,
there's not really anything that's remotely close to
no,
it.
nothing at all. I mean, that card is very unique in what it does. It's so much card advantage on one card, and then they all go to exile randomly. So it's yeah, it's kind of irreplaceable. It felt like we were a little. I mean, even just like I would take, Ren's or what's the name of the other one? You got Ren's Resolve.
Reckless Impulse.
Yeah, I would take like Reckless Impulse. Even like being able to play more of that effect would be nice, honestly. Because I remember when I played I think the Pioneer version had like 3 showdowns and then the 8 resolves or whatever, so it had like 11
Yeah.
ways to. And I feel like six
Plus
definitely
Bone
six
plus
definitely
Bone
felt
Crusher
low.
Giant. Yeah.
6 felt low,
Yeah.
and then yeah, Bone Crusher Giant too. Yeah, so
But yeah, definitely having the slick shots was like really nice.
that
Having like
was
this
yeah, that's
this
kind of
like
like the Bone Crusher Giant replacement is just you plot it and then you still end up getting
yeah.
a Thopter.
And yeah, I think the only other thing I would have to say would be like this deck could easily just like not play questing druid. Those could be two demonic ruckuses, and then you would still have like a similar thing going on for the deck. I would just have to think like what would be like the best way to enable Valiant, and like the other thing that comes to mind is like we talked about earlier, like Inti. Inti
Yeah,
was something that was like really good because like it's monstrous rage 5 and 6 essentially because like whenever you discard a card, target Heartfire hero, it gets 2 counters and trample, and then it's like okay, so it becomes just an obnoxious card to block, and
yep,
then Emberheart Challenger. Every time that you're doing it, you're just exiling 2 cards every time you do that. So it's just like so ridiculous.
yeah, that makes sense. I would say too, if I were to play this deck again, I don't think this deck actually really wants or needs Crumb and Get It. It felt like against all the decks where we would bring in Crumb and Get It, we board out the combo anyway, because
Yeah,
we know our opponents are going to like react with us, and then we just have like a lot of card draw. And I would honestly probably play more of these. I'm curious how good these would have been, Heartflame Duelists. I think they would be quite good, and we did lose to Mono Red, so just having 7 Lightning Helixes and then having a creature that gives all our instant sorceries lifelink would have been fun. You gotta be kidding me. Sevi G, appreciate the follow. Thanks. um, but anyway, I would replace the Crumb and Get It's with other cards, I think. And even like maybe a third case. I would not have minded having another case to bring in against these decks where I like want to grind, like Mono White, for example. But yeah, those are kind of my takeaways as well.
yeah.
All
Oh
right,
my
man.
god, he
Well,
did it. He did it.
he
I
did.
see.
He did. He really did. All right. Well, Nick, thanks a lot for joining us. Again, a
Yeah.
reminder to everybody: if you want to real quick plug your stream while I get a raid set up, go ahead and
Yeah.
plug yourself again before we log off.
Yep. So I've been SaltySaintNick. Play play a bunch of these kind of prowess mid-range esque kind of decks. I usually stream in the evenings around like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I try and queue up a little earlier, but for the most part, yeah, love to catch people around. Usually play Pioneer, Standard, sometimes Modern, but I'm excited to see where the format's gonna go when we get those bans on Monday.
Yeah, I'm really, really hoping. My like biggest dream for the bands is that I can start playing these white mid-range Dirtle piles without them having to start with 4 times Hollowed Moonlight or 4 times Damping Sphere in the board.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
Pioneer, because
it's
I
so
want to keep playing that Steed. That Steed card has been crazy in Standard. I really want to keep playing that card,
yeah,
especially like
it's
with
really wild.
Yorion. It's a really cool card, but
Yeah, it's so wild that like it's like mandatory for like the control-esque decks have to play Hollow Moonlight
four, yeah, just must play four.
because
No,
they
no
can't beat
question.
Vein Ripper Sorin.
Yeah.
They can't beat Phoenix is coming back.
Yeah, no questions asked. They need to be able to counter Collected Company.
Yeah.
So yeah, just must play 4 times Hollowed Moonlight. No choice.
Yeah, but I think that'll be a good time, and maybe we'll have to hook up again after the bans and see what even more ridiculous stuff we can come up with.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna hit up Rosemary here, I think. So, all right,
Yeah,
everybody,
that sounds good.
I'm gonna send you all away. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll probably do. I think there's a standard prelim at 1 o'clock, so I'll do that, and then we're gonna play the Pioneer challenge with vampires finally. So, all right, thanks again, Nick.
Yeah,
And we will catch you
pleasure.
all tomorrow.
Yep.